As a linguist, language is very much about structure and how complex entities like sentences are created in a hierarchical way. Movement is also hierarchically structured, and we're trying to look at hierarchical behavior in something as abstract as language, but also in something as concrete as the movement of a worm or the activity of an octopus. This trip to Japan was to do research on octopus behavior, and this is part of a National Science Foundation grant to me and to Andy Gracie, who's in marine biology at USC. And we're doing research on animal movement. So we're looking at very, very different kinds of systems. A small, tiny little 1 millimeter worm called C. elegans, the octopus, and the mammalian tongue.
So they all move via hydrostatic movement, which is pushing water. And so we are trying to relate the movement of all three organisms together. So what we were after was looking at different kinds of behaviors. We would look for things like color changes and hunting behaviors, mating behaviors, and we actually, on our first reef walk, Alex and I actually both found octopus each, one each, and then they ended up coming together and we got a mating scene on camera. We are trying to relate the movement of all three organisms together and then relate that ultimately to Parkinson's disease.
One of my interests has always been how the tongue is affected by Parkinson's disease. So something about speech changes early on in the onset of the disease. One of the symptoms is called rigidity. So part of this grant is to really understand flexibility of movement.
This project is about something that brings together linguistics and marine biology and microbiology. It brings in everything.
We're hoping by going through this data, and at the same time, we're looking at a lot of tongue data that we collected this summer and really look at analogous movements in the two systems and to look at this hierarchical nature of motion. And we believe that by actually collecting the data and discussing it, that we have a few really nice movements that really will tell us what is flexibility, what is coordination.